remember your first crush?
Primary
Was it primary? Mine was like year 4. I did something bad here. Like I told this girl. You ever had a dating problem that you struggled to tell even your closest friends? Well, that's what this confession box is all about. Real confessions, all anonymous, sent in by you guys all across the globe for me and a special guest to unpack together. Let's get into it. This episode, I'm joined by streamer, content creator, and online documentary host, Billy the Goat. Billy, you ready to get into it?
I'm ready, man. Ready when you are. First one. A bit nervous, you know.
Don't be nervous, man. It's chill, it's chill.
Let's go. Okay, so this one is from Jordan.
Yes.
So I have a crush on a friend of mine. It's already gone wrong. We've been friends for ages and I really like her. It's getting worse already. I want to tell her, but I'm nervous about everything going wrong. I don't know if she likes me like that or if she even thinks I'm attractive.
Okay.
My mind is constantly in limbo about telling her I like her. Now I'm getting anxious around her because I want to tell her how I feel. I don't know if it will wreck our friendship.
The first thing we've got to tackle here is what Jordan is feeling and where these feelings have come from.
I feel like honesty is the best policy, so maybe have the conversation.
How does he go about working out for himself whether he really likes this girl or whether he's misunderstanding what's going on?
Boom, so you're already friends with her, innit? So there's certain conversation you can have with her that won't look weird.
Okay.
So you got to ask a certain question like what her type is, what kind of guy she'd go for.
Okay. So you're talking
And
about
then,
scouting.
Yeah, and then you've got to do your market research, innit? And then use your common sense and see if you align with what she likes.
I do think there's something important about owning that kind of emotion. And you know what? It can be scary, to be honest, but it's probably better than living a lie, you know? Do you remember your first crush at all?
Primary school.
Was it primary?
Yeah,
Mine was
primary
primary.
school.
Mine was like year 4. How old would I have been? 9, 10 maybe?
So what's that, like 30 years ago?
Yeah, all right. Not too much. Not too much, Billy. I did something bad here. Like I told this girl, I whispered in her ear, I like you. And then I clapped afterwards. And she didn't clap with me, so I was just standing there clapping. And needless to say, we did not end up in a relationship. But,
I don't
these are the
understand.
mistakes you make when you have crushes.
The logic behind the clapping, though.
There was no logic. It was the spur of the moment.
Or were you clapping yourself? Like,
I was
at least
just
you told
excited, bro. I was just overwhelmed. Tell me about your first crush.
I remember, yeah. I'm in primary school, innit? I had a crush on this girl. Final year of primary school, yeah. It's Valentine's Day, innit? And they used to do this thing in my school where like on Valentine's Day, like sometimes the girls will like give the boy like a card, innit? I've looked at my table and I see there's 2 cards on my table. Ooh. 2 cards, yeah. There's one massive one, like one red one. Yeah. And the person wrote a poem. And it was sprayed with perfume as well. And at the end they said, I sprayed this card with the same scent I'm wearing. So in order to know who it is,
come and find me.
Yeah, in order to know who it is, you gotta smell everyone. You gotta sniff everyone. Long story short now, yeah. I found out my crush that wrote that card for me, innit?
My current partner I had a crush on and she didn't know I had a crush on her.
And you were just friends?
Yeah, we were just friends.
For
a long time, talking years and years and years, and she didn't know.
Oh, so you was actually once Jordan?
Yeah, and I think what you try, what you do is you say, this is how I'm feeling, I don't know if you're feeling the same.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
You just told her?
I said, listen, this is what's going on for me. And then it didn't even happen straight away. It wasn't like she turned around and was like, I feel the same. It was like maybe a couple of months and she was like, had to think about it, saw how it sat for her, and then kind of came around to the idea of exploring something, and then we explored it a little bit and it got more serious. But I think it could have also gone the other way and she could have tried and been like, oh, no, it's not for me.
If she just said, nah, like I can't lie, you're not for me.
Then it's not for her.
Would you have kept being friends after?
Yeah, of course, man. A good friendship, a real friendship, can survive something like that. Real friendships have to survive things that are a lot more difficult than that.
I do feel like honesty is the best policy. I feel like living with that on your chest can be a burden.
It's difficult.
Just get off your chest, man.
Yeah.
Live life.
All right, so that's what we think, but let's see what the public has to say.
Talk to her about it, you know? I think you can have an honest conversation and you can tell people how you feel, and generally that doesn't break friendships.
With sex and relationships, there's no right way to do anything, as long as you openly communicate with someone.
I'd say talk to her best friend and get a vibe, figure out if actually she does feel the same way, so you've got a bit of a safety net.
He should just go for it. I mean, you only live once.
If you think you have a really serious connection with them and you could get along as partners, lovers, maybe.
I think it can feel a little bit awkward at times when you're having to have a conversation with someone you know so well about how you feel. But I think honesty and being upfront is the best way.
All right, Billy, should we dive into the next one?
Why not, man? Why not?
Let's go, bro.
This one better be a good one, you know. I messaged this girl, she seemed into my chat and we started sending TikToks back and forth, which turned into flirting. So that's Gen Z for you, by the way. Like, TikTok's a new way of flirting.
TikTok to flirting, yeah. Pipeline.
We bought a load of snacks and went to chill in the park. Wholesome. She was scrolling on her phone for most of it, and I was carrying most of the chat. I think I'm pretty funny over text, but in person I'm shy and kind of awkward. I think I gave her the ick or something. I'm now nervous I've done something wrong, and I'm worried I've effed up. How can I get it back to how it was? What if she only likes me over message and not IRL?
What was the guy's name?
His name is Jamie.
Jamie, okay. Have you ever been in this situation? Have you ever felt
Yeah,
yourself
where you've
being
linked
this
someone, they're just on their phone, the energy not really given. You know what to do in that situation?
What?
You should move on, mate.
No,
Keep living your life. Get on your flipping life, bro.
Get
on your life.
I've clocked something about you.
No,
You're heartless, bro.
Because people love to like, mate, bro, this is a very
You're
simple
quick. You
equation,
cut things
bro.
off quick, innit?
Bro, if I've left my house, yeah,
Yeah.
I've got ready, put my perfume on, got in my car, filled up my tank to meet you, and I'm with you, and all you're doing is scrolling on TikTok, you're on your phone. Bro, like, why am I even wasting my time?
Okay, all right. So it feels like that's a waste of time for you. Have you never try again? You never try for a second
again
date?
for what, bro?
If you like the person, you're
there's
not
too many
interested.
humans on earth, bro. So maybe you're just not the right
Okay.
guy for her, which is not an issue.
It's
It's not an issue.
interesting. I feel like that's like quite a normal human reaction. Like if you go to a situation and it doesn't pan out the way you thought it was going to pan out, that you'd be like, oh, have I done something? Is it just
Yeah, no,
her?
100%,
Like, what's going on?
100%. But if you feel like, he said he's carried most of the chat, so if you feel like you've done what you could,
You're putting in the work.
then
on the
and it
date.
still didn't click, then bro, there's no more that you can do. There's
Okay,
no more,
all right.
unless you just address it head on and just say to her like, yo, like, how come like just always on your phone now? Like, are you okay? Like,
Also, there's something important here about, for Jamie, him acknowledging how this situation has made him feel. Because I feel like as guys, we don't like being vulnerable. You could say, like the vibe was a bit weird. I wasn't sure. I can't tell, like, are we still feeling it? Should we leave it? Should we let it go? Like, what's the vibe? What do you want to do? How do you want to proceed? Because she might have really been into him, but just maybe that kind of circumstance wasn't working.
Also remember, social media is not real life, you know. Remember that as well. That's the main thing.
True,
Social media is not real life.
Jamie wanting to have a conversation now with this young lady. He wants to talk to her about what happened on the date, maybe come up with some kind of solution and see if a second date is in the pipeline. How does he approach that conversation?
You just gotta say to her, like, on the first time I linked you, I didn't really feel the vibe. Like, what was wrong with you? Was you going through something? Did I do something? Did I BO? Did my breath stink?
Did
What
I
did-
BO?
These are questions, you get me? He's got to find out what led her to, like, you get me, to not really be how you wanted to be, and then it depends on what she says, that will determine how you move after that.
Sometimes you realise, even though the vibe was there online, it's not there in person, and that's cool, call it a day. But I think, maybe something you can try there is to allow it to, give it another chance, allow it to bloom a little bit and see what comes from it, and then maybe figure out where you want to go next.
Yeah. But don't dwell on it for too long though, innit?
And I also think one other thing is, like, sometimes the pressure to be, you might be the sickest texter in the world. You might have the gifts on lock, you might have the memes on Smash, you might be good at sending the videos and having a conversation, sliding in on the DMs. Like, there's a whole bunch of strategies that you can use when you're talking online that don't exist in person. I think maybe you've got to cut yourself a little bit of slack there and allow some space for, like, some of the awkwardness, which I do think is normal in in-person
100%,
interactions.
100%. And I feel like, you see the problem with awkwardness, a lot of people try to fight it.
Yeah,
Like, at the end of
away
the
from
day,
it.
silence is inevitable, innit? You need to become comfortable within that silence. Become comfortable in their presence. That's what it's about. It's not always about talking. Because no one wants to talk 24/7.
Yeah.
Why not meditate together?
Yeah.
Yoga together? You get me?
Meditation together on the first date might be a little bit intense.
I don't think so.
If it's your vibe, Billy says meditate. Give it a try.
You get me? Become one with the silence. Let's try it right now.
Oh, it's not bad, you know.
See?
It's not bad. It's not bad. Maybe try meditation on the first date. All right, so that's what we think. But let's see what the public has to say.
If someone's online all the time, you have to really question. It's kind of tough, but think if this person's really for you.
I think you'd need to figure out whether she's just somebody that is nervously on her phone, maybe just feeling a bit awkward in person, or if she is just someone that's chronically online, and then that might not be for you. But I think just talk to her about it. People aren't as serious as we think.
If she's not vibing with you in person, like, what is the point?
A good tip would be to just say to them what was going on. I felt like we were getting on really well online, and then when we met in person, I felt like I was carrying the conversation. Did you feel the same? And asking them if they felt the same. They may have been nervous, they may have been a little bit out of sorts because they're not used to going on dates and so on. So I think having that conversation with them openly is a good way to start.
Oh, it's actually starting to rain again.
Yeah, it's raining again.
Should we go? That's it for today's confession. Also, for you guys watching, go ahead and jump into the comments below, but please keep things respectful. Billy, you've done a great job. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for unpacking these dilemmas with me. If you've got dilemmas of your own, you can send them to confessionbox@movember.com. We'll always keep you anonymous, and we'll see you next time. That's a goat noise, in case you didn't realise.
That's not like a sheep, to be honest.
How to do a goat?
Goat's more of a mare.
Meh.
Yeah.